Oh, hi! Welcome to another Colour and Chat. And I'm so excited to announce that this is my final Colour and Chat with the series I've been doing with my Crayola crayons. I'll be doing more Colour and Chats. Well, I plan to do more Colour and Chats, but this one is the final one of my Crayola crayon series. So, I've got my Crayola box here. And I'll just get out the crayons that I am using, which is the, what is it? Where are they? I have a lot of Crayola stuff. I think I have a problem. It should be, oh yeah, here we go. So it is the Colors of Kindness crayons. I will get set up and we will get started. And the book I am colouring is Fadorables, which is a fantasy tea party colouring book by Selena Fenech. Fenech or Fenech. And I just love her books. And the page I am doing is, where are we? This one here. And yeah, there we go. That one there. So yeah, I will turn the camera around and we will get colouring. I also have a cup of tea, so you might want to grab a little cup of tea or a snack. It might be a long one. Okay, we've made it. And like I mentioned, I am using the Colors of Kindness crayons. Now, just to remind you guys, in case you don't know what this colouring series is about, if you're joining me for the first time, I've gone through all my Crayola crayons, just a standard 24 pack of crayons. And I kind of called it a colouring crayon challenge. And what I'm doing is I'm just grabbing some of my random colouring books and using all 24 crayons. Well, not all the colours, just as many as I can. But this is the only thing I'm using, because normally when I colour, I use like sorry, not crayons. I normally use textures and pencils and gel pens, but I decided to challenge myself and only use crayons, because as an adult, crayons can get a bit tricky. So I just wanted to get the hang of using crayons. And like I've mentioned, my colouring with the crayons is very simple, very easy, quick colouring. That's the goal for the colouring challenge. So what I'm going to do, I've got my kidney dish, I'm just going to empty out all the crayons so I can see the colours. And I have a swatch bit of paper. And I might move this like that. There we go. And hopefully I will stay in view. Now, where to get started? Sip of tea, that's where I'll get started. Now, what colour do I want the teacup? I'm thinking a blue. But I need to do a few swatches, like a light blue. Periwinkle. Oh, I love periwinkle. I have, that's a bit too grey. What's this one? I think I might use this one actually. So this one is Sky's the Limit, and I apologise, my camera, the focus on the camera is so annoying, but we will go with Sky's the Limit. And hopefully you can see that, because I know sometimes the colours don't show up. I must say, using crayons has been fun. I'd like to use them more, but I don't know, it's just something that I don't gravitate towards. This is why this colouring challenge has been really different with using crayons. And it hasn't been bad. I do like to use mixed media though when I do colour. I'm just trying to work out the teacup. Maybe I'll do that blue. And I just want to thank you guys. If you have been following my crayon colouring series, I just want to thank you, as we are on the final one now. And I guess these videos have been a good starting point for my colouring videos. It's something that I've wanted to experiment with on my YouTube, so hopefully once I find the time I can do some more colouring videos. Okay. So like I was saying, hopefully I will get to do more colouring videos. I'm really enjoying colouring. As I've mentioned before, it does help me like unwind and relax. And in case you don't know, I work as a nurse, doing all sorts of shifts, so sometimes it's hard to find the time to actually sit down and film a YouTube video. And not just filming, like at the moment I'm finding it really hard just to sit down and do some colouring as well. It's just finding the time. In between work and my social life, it's getting really hard. And I'm not complaining. It might sound like I'm whinging and complaining. That's not what I don't want to come across like that, but I'm just saying that I wish I could do this more often. I'd love just to sit down a few times a week and film some colouring videos. It's very therapeutic. I call this my art therapy. It is very therapeutic. And I do have a new pack of coloured pencils I want to try out. So hopefully I can use that in my next colour and chat. Now I actually want her hair to be pink. Too dark. So I think I like, which one was that colour? Oh, now I've lost it. Oh, okay, her hair is going to be salmon. Oh God, speaking of salmon, do you know what happened to me a few weeks ago? Holy moly, I was at work. It was a morning shift. I lasted 2 hours at work because, so I started work at 7. By 9 o'clock, I just felt nauseous and sweaty and hot, and I was like, oh my God, I just have to go to the bathroom. So I ended up just vomiting everywhere. Well, not everywhere. I wasn't messy, but it was a vomit. I'll just leave it as that. And I went to my nurse manager. I'm like, I'm gonna go now because I ain't feeling so great. He's like, yep, just go home and rest. And like, yeah, he was really good about it. Anyway, so I get home, I speak to Mum, and she said that she felt nauseous as well. And earlier that morning, she said she didn't, like, she was dry reaching and just felt really unwell. She didn't vomit, but she, like, her nausea made her run to the bathroom and dry reach. I was like, right, okay. So the night before, I made dinner for us and I cooked salmon. So I don't know if it was the salmon I cooked that made us have a bit of a stomach bug, but that's all I can put it down to. Because we didn't, yeah, it's a bit of a coincidence that she felt nauseous and I became unwell as well. And for that whole day, I was a bit crook. I won't go into any more detail about my symptoms, but I was crook. Even the next day, I was very crook. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if it was the salmon. I'm blaming the salmon. But it was just weird. I thought the salmon was okay. And when we ate it, like, there was nothing wrong with it. But holy moly, I have not had a stomach bug like that for so long. Jeez Louise. It's not fun. So that was my little go home from work emergency. And I was quite surprised because normally my stomach is quite resilient. Like my stomach can handle a lot. So that day it must have just had enough. Okay, hair is done. One thing I do find about crayons is they do get really streaky. I don't know if it's me, if I'm using them wrong. Well, not wrong, just my technique is off. Or if it's the crayons. Let's be honest, it's probably my technique. The next colour, what shall we do? There's a lot going on in this picture. And you know what? This was the basic pictures. That's why I went for this, because all the other ones are very detailed. And using crayons in those little gaps is a next level challenge, which I do not want to be a part of. Actually, I have coloured a page in here. I'll show you guys. So this was using pencil and my SOOOO markers, my pastel SOOOO markers, which I absolutely love. Yeah, so I have done this page. And the good thing is about this book is she always gives an extra page. So there's 2 of each picture in the book. Okay, now the next, we'll do her fins in the classic teal colour. Yeah, that's the one we want. So it's been really fun using these crayons. And I do have other crayons by Crayola. They are the twistable crayons. They're a lot of fun as well. And I have, yeah, I've just really enjoyed doing this whole Crayola series. And as I've mentioned before, I just love using art products, and like I've got paints and I've got markers and I've got glitter pens and glitter markers and all the fun stuff. Like going shopping for art supplies is so much fun. Well, to me, it's a lot of fun. And as I say, some people love cooking and, I don't know, doing whatever they do. A hobby that I enjoy is colouring and digging into my colouring books and my art supplies. I do love painting as well. So I've got a few canvases and I do have a few painting ideas I want to do, but it's just finding the time. And I do get days off like everyone else, but most of the time on my days off are filled with stuff that needs attending to. I wanted to do a black for the teapot, but we will have to find something else. I need to do the teapot rim as well. And I need to do her skin colour. She will have to be an apricot. I think I just got a parcel. I'll be back. I did just get a parcel, and I know exactly what it is. I thought I heard the gate open. Sorry, that colour was Warm and Fuzzy. I just realised I haven't been telling you the colours. I'm so sorry. Wow, that's a very bright green. I love that green. Maybe this can be green. So this green is Kind to the Core. You know what's exciting about Crayola crayons is the names. I love discovering what the names are of the crayons. Some of them are very creative. Okay, actually more. Purple. No. I think she might do her dots this colour. Which is, so this colour is called Have a Scoop of Fun. Hee. It's really tricky to be neat about staying in the dots. But we just do our best here. I just want to say it is October. So I think today is October the 1st or the 2nd. Hold on, what is it? Sorry, it is the 2nd of October, so it is officially spooky season, and I'm hoping that I can film more colour and chats getting some of my Halloween books out. Would love to do that. I have a lot of Halloween books, so I want to use them, and I have a lot of art supplies to use as well. Now, what colour should the tea be? Is there a tea colour? No. I might do the tea this colour. This one's called A Warm Hug. It's not exactly tea colour. More like dish water colour, but that's fine. we've got to work with what we've got with these crayons, because that is the challenge. I'm just getting the blue for the inside of the teacup, which are these bits. I also want to mention, with all the other crayon boxes I've used, I haven't had any bad crayons. I think my most favorite would have to be the pearl crayons. Or the confetti crayons. I think they were fun. And my least favorite would have to be the metallic ones, only because the metallic ones were glitter. I thought they'd be more metallic, but they just turned out to be glitter crayons. But they weren't bad. Like, none of the crayons that I've used have been awful, and they've just been your standard, you know, Crayola crayons. Which have been wholesome to use. That's how I find Crayola products. They're just wholesome, and they were your go-to product when you were a young kid trying to do some colouring in this world. Sorry, that colour was Lucky to Know You, is the name of that crayon. What was this colour? I think it was this one. Yeah. So that colour is Nurture Nature. Now, if you guys want to see more colouring content on my TikTok, I have mentioned this before, on my TikTok page, I am filming another colouring challenge. Well, I'm calling it a kind of semi-failed colouring challenge now, because I'll explain that in a minute. But the colouring challenge I'm filming is of the 100 Hugs book I'll show it to you guys. So it's this colouring book I'm filming on my TikTok page. And all it is me just doing quick minute videos of me colouring all the pages. So this is how far I've gotten so far. The challenge was to film colouring once a day, but that has been impossible for my work schedule and life schedule, whatever schedule I have going on. It was meant to be in consecutive days, but earlier this year in May I went to Italy and I couldn't film. It got really hard. That's why I'm calling it a semi-failed colouring challenge, because I'm still determined to finish this book. And I'm just filming whatever days I can. Yeah, so if you do want to see more colouring content, I am filming that at the moment on my TikTok. So I'm going to leave my TikTok address or page in the description below. What colour can her little bikini be? Maybe a blue. I haven't done much blue. And that has been really fun to film when I find the time to film those videos. And the materials I'm using for that are my coloured pencils. Is that green? Is that the same green? Nope. What colour can her eyes be? What's that periwinkle colour? I'm going to make her eyes periwinkle. You know what? I'm going to do these ice cubes, sugar cubes periwinkle as well. Seeing as there's no white, we're just going to give it a light dust of periwinkle. Just a simple colouring of the sugar cubes. Normally I would try and get a bit more fancy, if that's the right word, or pay attention to detail a bit more, and I would do a bit of shading so it looks like cubes, so it's not so flat. But today, you just want to keep it simple sometimes. I'm really loving the colours though. The Colours of Kindness crayons are just so, like I mentioned, wholesome and warming. They're very cute and fluffy colours. You probably cannot see that at all, but the colour I'm using is called Inchworm. Oh, sorry, no. Keep Moving Forward is the colour. I'm just looking, so is there two colours on here, or is that, because you've got the name of the crayon, and then you've got, that's why I thought it was called Inchworm, but it's called Keep Moving Forward. Maybe there's two names to these crayons. Eh. Oh, she's cute. I actually really like how she turned out. I think we're almost done. I'm just going to kind of tidy it up a bit. And by that, I mean I want to go over her hair. Oops. What was her hair colour? No, that wasn't. Oh, here's her hair colour. This is a good thing about this book, is it does have double images, because I'm just thinking in my head right now, this is not how I would do this image. Like, I'd go back and get my glitter pens and my markers and pencils and pay more attention to detail a bit more. But I have enjoyed using Crayola crayons. And I've got nothing bad to say about the crayons that I have used. I just want to tidy up the teacup a bit. What colour was that? I'm just trying to make it not so streaky, but with crayons, it's hard. But I've enjoyed every minute with these crayons. I am just dotting the I's and crossing the T's, as they say. Crossing the T's, get it? Because it's a T cup. Oh my god. Bad joke. Just warning, just expect a lot of bad jokes on my colour and chats. This picture's giving me the warm and fuzzies. Just like these crayons. They are so cute. The colours all work really nice together. And yeah, the colours give you the warm and fuzzies as well. Okay, I am going to call this finished. And I think this is the cutest picture. And I really love the Colours of Kindness crayons. And they perform just like all the other Crayola crayons. I think once you buy one Crayola pack, Crayola pack, you kind of know what to expect. But it's really fun that they've done different themes of their crayons, like of their 24 crayons. So it's been really fun to use them. So I'm going to say goodbye, and thank you so much for watching all of my crayon colouring adventures. It's been a lot of fun, and it's been a nice ease into doing colour and chat videos. Like I mentioned previously, I will be doing more when I find the time to film more colouring videos, as I've really enjoyed them. I can't say when that'll actually happen. Okay, so thank you so much for watching and putting up with me for this long, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!